All right, you got 30 seconds. This is our last class together. I mean, I'll see you again, but like, this is like our really last class. Oh, we're not accepting that? Huh? You're not coming on for Pancake Day? Is that Friday? Yeah, 2 days.
And I'm not going to be in town Monday.
That's cool. You have to brought me your book? I need your book. Toss it underneath my phone, please. Alright, here we go. How are we feeling? Raise your hand if you are nervous. Good. That is an honest reaction, and every single one of you in this room should be nervous. I'm nervous, if that makes you feel better. There is nothing wrong with being nervous. You should not be terrified. We've worked too damn hard for you people to be terrified. We see the difference between nervous and terrified. Okay? No one in this room should be terrified. We are absolutely ready for tomorrow. There's nothing else I could actually do to get you there. There's not like, oh man, I really wish I had time to do this. No, like, we're done. I'm done. You're done. We're fried. How many of you are completely exhausted? I'm going to put 2 hands up because I'm so over it. It's over tomorrow. No matter what happens tomorrow, it's over. And that is pretty damn awesome. Can we agree? Now, going back, you should be nervous. You should not be terrified. You should be a little anxious, right? Okay? I mean, you've worked so hard for me this year. You've learned so much. You've grown so much this year, and you just want to show it off, correct? You want to make sure that you have the opportunity to throw down and that you don't freeze up. And that's the goal. That's why we've done 2 mock exams. You already know what it feels like. You already know what to expect. You already know where your strengths and weaknesses are on time management, how fast you write, clarity, and all that stuff. That's why we do that. How many of you are kind of grateful that we did mock exams? You probably would have. And that's not me being a jerk. Honestly, my pass rate is really high because we do the mock exams. Because there's no confusion about what to expect. You know if you're going to get rocked. MP, you're not the only one that would fail if I didn't do mock exams. But, so what is your biggest concern for tomorrow, Cameron?
I said that I hope I don't get period 3 LQ. I died.
Why?
I'll take period 3.
Why? Why? You've got Indian Ocean Basin is exploding. We've got Trans-Saharan trade exploding. It's not on 1 or 2. Hi, you're going to have no essays on 1 or 2.
We don't have 1, 2?
Not on your long essays. It'll never be on a DBQ.
Our mock exam had a period 2 LQ.
Oh shit. Alright, you're definitely not going to have 1 on period 1. She's very limited on 2. Huh? I know, that's why they don't do it. Alright, what?
You said you think it'd be on period 6, right?
I think if I was a gambling woman, which I'm not because I'm a teacher and I'm bored, I would probably say it's going to be on 5.
What? The LQ?
Industrialization, that's what we need.
That's what we need. Imperialization, industrialization, spheres of influence.
Yeah, that is
That would be pretty awesome. A Push's essays were all on imperialism. We're all on industrialization. And there is a mirroring effect. The A Push exam and the AP World test are very similar. So period 5, industrialization, the manifest destiny, that was all part of their essays for A Push, and there's usually some correlation. Maybe imaginary, I'm not really sure. But a lot of AP World teachers are seeing that, and today they're making sure they're covering that. So, but I have no idea. It could be on period 4, it could be on 3, it could be on 6.
It's not poorly. It's like a...
Why? New World. Three, 2, 1. Kayla, what are you nervous about? What's your biggest concern?
Having a DBQ, like stuff I don't know. Like I don't want to analyze all the documents.
So with the DBQ, you're never going to get a complete 0 on it, ever. As long as you're looking at the documents, you're writing about the documents, you can't get a 0 on it. An LAQ, you can get a 0. because you wrote out of period and nothing you did made sense, then yes. You actually can't. It'd be actually really impressive to see a kid who gets a 0 on a DBQ. They wrote about Harry Potter or something.
Zero on one of your essays does not get a fail.
No,
No.
no, but you better be pretty damn awesome on everything else. You need to write tomorrow. Even if you have no idea what the hell you're writing about, you need to write. Because you may stumble into something. We've talked about this for our mock exams. How many of you just wrote down something and you ended up scoring points? I know, I can read them and say, they have no idea. Ah, damn it, they got some points. They have no idea. Ah, they fell into this one. Yes, you need to write. Whether you know it or not tomorrow, you need to write. Okay, so have faith. Now, tomorrow, you may see an essay prompt that you have no idea what it covers. Like, no idea. Skip it. Come back to it. Go to something else. And then thinking about something else is going to jog another part of your memory, and you're going to figure it out. We've worked too hard to just quit on it. Come back to it at a different time after answering a different question, and you may see the answer a lot clearer the second time around. And we're going to talk about the DBQ today, and we're going to go over that, make sure everyone's ready for that. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you're absolutely ready for this exam. There's nothing more I can do. Now, I am nervous about tomorrow. I will tell you this right now. I am nervous. But let me tell you why I'm nervous. I am not worried about you embarrassing me. I am not worried about you people failing. That is not a concern of mine. My nervousness and why I won't be sleeping tonight is because I want to make sure I did my job, that you are ready for this exam. And it's the anxiety of thinking, did I do the best I could do? And that's the stress I have right now. I won't feel better until I see you people come out of the gym, come talk to me before you leave campus, and tell me, oh my God, Miss Bennett, and you have big shining faces because you just killed it. That's what I wait for. That's what I care about. Now, pass rate's fine, cool. I want to see you walk out of there with a big smile on your face knowing that you were prepared. That honestly means the most to me because we work so hard together, and I know how hard you work for me, and I know you know how hard I work for you. I want us both to feel like it was worth it. Isn't that what we really want tomorrow? Yes, right? Obviously you want to pass. Obviously I want to have a bomb-ass pass rate. However, at the end of the day, don't we want to feel like all the work we put in was actually made sense and actually was validated by what we just did? That's what means the most to me. That's what should mean the most to you, that all your work paid off, and that's what I'm anxious about. And there's nothing you can do. It's not, I'm just going to sit here and be stressed. Because I just don't want to do you dirty, you know? Like, I work really hard for you guys, and I want you to do well tomorrow, and that's where my stress comes from. So I'll be up at 2 in the morning. Yeah, I woke up in a sheer panic for AP Psych, and I didn't go to bed. I just stayed up all morning, all afternoon, and until I got to AP Psych, and I went home, and I took a 4-hour nap, and it was awesome. That's what I'm looking forward to with AP World. Not really being up at 2 o'clock in the morning. If I can sleep, I'd really like it, but I'll be up. So, what is one thing you are definitely looking over tonight? What is one thing you are definitely doing, Matthew?
Periods 5 and 6.
5 and 6? Like what? Just like going through the packets?
Evidence, because like we know like a lot of the essays are going to be a little bit more information, so just like actually the small details like WTO and little things like that that I can use.
There you go. Throw it down really quickly. Abby, what are you going to look at? Periodization is a huge thing. So tonight what you should be doing for homework, you have a max of 2 hours. No one thinks you're cool if you do 6 hours of studying. That makes you look like you're freaking out and that you're completely unprepared. I am telling you, as the teacher, you shouldn't be doing more than 2 hours. Your 2 hours should be meaningful. If you come to a really nice, clean place at an hour and a half and you feel good about the next day and you're like going to sleep well, then cut it off after an hour and a half. You're not really going to learn anything tonight. We know this, right? Like, you're not. I'm sorry to tell you. Like, you're looking over at information tonight, Matthew and other people. It's going to be like, oh, okay, and maybe that'll help you recall, but you're not learning a damn thing tonight. Can we agree? Just helping the recall, and you need to look over stuff. I'm not telling you don't look over stuff, but you're not really going to learn anything. You may refresh. You may see something you haven't seen in a while. That's great. That's why we're still looking. But you're not going to learn anything tonight. You need to cut yourself off after 2 hours because you're only going to make yourself more anxious. Can we agree? You should not be studying in a group tonight. There is no reason for you to be in a group. There is nothing a group is going to do to help you. If you're the smartest kid in your group, the other people really aren't going to help you shore up that top level stuff, which is going to get you your 5. They're not. If you are the lower levels of the group, you cannot depend on the top of the smartest kids in your group to help you, because at this point you're on your own. No one should be in a group tonight. You should be at home by yourself, because at the end of the day, this exam is about you and not your group. Now, if you worked in a group all year, great. That's awesome. I have seen so much tremendous growth from each and every one of you. Significant growth. Do you remember the kid you were when you first walked in my room? Ugh, people wouldn't like them back then. I didn't like you back then. And now, think about how much you've grown over the past year. True, not true? How much information you're able to pick up so much faster, the skills you have, your ability to tie information from different regions together. Do you see how you cite your evidence now? Isn't it impressive when you can just throw out names and dates? That's impressive. That's not who you were when you first arrived. That is growth. You are all becoming actual scholars, like historians, and it's awesome to see. Thank God, because the little sophomores, the little baby ones I got day 1, oh my God, they were awful. Week 35, you guys are great, and you're going to be absolutely ready for tomorrow. But part of that realization is understanding that we've been working for 35 weeks. Nothing you do in the last 24 hours is going to do a damn thing. Looking over something, feeling better. If there's something that's really bothering you, then you should absolutely look at it so you can feel better, but there's no real knowledge being gained tonight. So 2 hours is the absolute max. 2 hours. Because nothing is, you're not going from a 4 to a 5 tonight. You're not going from a 3 to a 4. You're not moving from a 2 to a 3. You're just securing whatever you've been working for. Does that make sense? You've been working. Some of you at the beginning of the year, I didn't think that you were going to be making it to 4s and 5s, and some of you have really surprised me in review, and I think you're flirting with a 5. Some of you have really surprised me of how much you've really absorbed in review, and some of you are moving from 3s to 4s. Okay, but that's because of over 6 weeks of review over a period of 35 weeks we've been working. Nothing tonight is going to move you that far, so don't stay up and exhaust yourself and stress yourself out. It's just not worth it. 2 hours, you have the choice. Who here liked doing the practice test last night? Like you thought that was helpful? Okay. You saw it. If you didn't like it, don't do it tonight. If you liked it, do it again. It's completely up to you. My job is to show you different ways you should be studying, because this is what good students do, is studying in different ways. Tonight, you need to do whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. If you really are stressed about period 5 and 6, like my boy Matthew over here, then that's what he should be doing, is going through your packets. Going through your Barron's book is not going to help you really that much. Why? It's too much, and you've already done the work. Can we agree? Open that damn Barron's book. You can see the damn work. So, going through the packets, which maybe you haven't combed through all of them, and there's, it's organized in a little different manner, that's what I would look at tonight. Does that make sense? Okay? So, that's what you should be doing. Studying tonight, only 2 hours of whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. If you think reading through the packets is the most valuable, then read through the packets. If you think doing a practice test is the most valuable, then do a practice test. No more than 2 hours. Now, you do need to be in bed by 10 o'clock. You have a long day tomorrow. You're going to be exhausted. Raise your hand if you're tired right now. Exactly. Get to bed early. Tomorrow you need to have all your wits about you. It's going to be stressful. You're not going to sleep that well tonight anyway, so you might as well try to get to sleep early, and then hopefully you'll fall asleep at somewhat reasonable time. So you need to get to bed early tonight. Tomorrow morning, you need to be making breakfast. Now, I had a parent come up to me last night at a meeting and said, apparently I'm making my daughter breakfast tomorrow morning. And I was like, they can make their own breakfast. Do not go home tonight and say, Miss Bennett demands you to make me breakfast in the morning. Miss Bennett would never demand your mother, your father, or anyone to make you breakfast. You are grown. You can make your own damn breakfast. If I was you, I'd be making a ham sandwich. I love sandwiches. Yes, I hate breakfast foods. I hate them. No, I don't like eggs. I eat eggs pretty much every morning because I'm trying to be healthy. It's not going well, but I'm trying. And I just don't like them. No. No. I mean, I don't hate bacon, but bacon doesn't not really.
freaking ate my sandwich.
No, I don't like egg sandwiches, any of that crap. I think it's all disgusting. I'd much rather make myself a ham sandwich and just sit there and go, it's not breakfast.
Canadian bacon. Yeah,
Canadian bacon. On an English muffin, I will say it's pretty good. But if I'm going to eat breakfast food, it's going to be like junky breakfast food, like pancakes, waffles. Ew, I don't do French toast.
I love toast.
You don't like French
Toast is so
I'm not an egg person.
Like at all?
Not really. I like them in cakes.
What do you like? What do you
So, tomorrow morning, you need to make yourself breakfast. If you have someone who loves you enough who will do it for you, that's kind, but do not demand your parents to make you breakfast. You need to be up at 6 because you're actually eating a real breakfast. So you need to be up, you need to be thinking. In the morning, what I would be looking at is your periodization sheet while you're sitting there eating breakfast or making breakfast. That would be a really nice thing. Maybe you can make your mom breakfast, your brother, sister, whoever loves you. You can make them breakfast since you're going to be up early anyway. Oh my God, you people. Anyway, you need to be up by 6. You need to eat a real breakfast. You need to, I don't want you looking over your periodization for more than an hour. I don't. If you're not going to learn anything tonight, are you sure as hell learning anything tomorrow morning for your test? No. But if there's something that's like burning inside of you, like I just need to know who my Russian communist leaders are in order, then figure it out. Look at it. Do that. Huh? So, if that makes you happy, then figure it out. But you shouldn't be really planning on doing that much. I would just be looking at your periodization sheet, that handwritten sheet I did for you. Abby.
This is just random. What period is the Delhi Sultanate in?
3. This is the first time Islam is really taking over a region, especially in South Asia, so it has to be 3. What? Alright, so you need to be in my room at 7:15. In my room at 7:15. And I will know if you're here or not because I have little tokens for each and every one of you. Not here. So, you need to be in my room at 7:15. Tomorrow morning, I'm really not going to be discussing AP World. If you have a burning question you need me to answer, I will absolutely answer it for you. However, it's a pump-up video. So when you leave here, you'll be like, yes, I'm ready. And then I have tokens for you. So when you're walking over, you'll have a nice personalized note from me. What? Yes, if you're taking AP Gov, you're of course more than welcome. The Gov teacher's not doing anything?
He does like a donut thing in the morning.
A dozen donuts? How many kids do you have taking the test? It's not. It's hard. It's one of the lowest passes.
Is that what you got?
Yeah, but comparative always has the lowest
Is
pass.
that what you got?
It's crazy. Terrible. We'll
So you
see.
said we can't go?
You are more than welcome to, of course. I'm not bringing you food. I'm doing food on Friday. I'm making you pancakes on Friday. You need to eat breakfast at home. Like, that's clear. I'm not giving you food. I have a handwritten note for each and every one of you. I have all that for you with personalized little notes of encouragement for each of you. But I'm not providing you food. You need to eat that at home. You need 6 things for tomorrow. Garrett, give me one.
The AP pack.
AP pack. You need 3 damn stickers out of that thing. You better have it tomorrow. Be a grown-up. You need your AP pack. I would pack it tonight. Okay? I would pack all that stuff tonight. I'd put it in a little Ziploc gallon bag. I'd throw everything in there so you can just take it with you and bring it to your desk. Because they're not going to let you bring your backpack, but you can put it in a clear bag and have everything right there for you. What else do you need, Henry? How many should you have? 3. And what do those pencils absolutely need to have as well? Yes, erasers. Apparently you have to say that to people. Bring erasers with your pencils. It's ridiculous. What else do you need, Will?
Pens.
How many?
3.
What color?
Black.
Black or?
Blue.
Do not do glitter. You're not allowed to use glitter. Do not use glitter because they scan all this stuff and it can smudge it. Don't use it. Go old school. Go boring. Please don't use glitter. Fair? Okay. You need to just use a traditional pen, people. Traditional pen. Do not get fancy. Use a pen you like. You need 3 of them. What else do you need, Camden?
Healthy snack.
Yes! And what's going to be your healthy snack?
I have not gone that far.
You haven't gone that far. That's okay. I wouldn't necessarily care about the healthy snack, but I do care about what? Evelyn, what's the last thing you need to have?
Sugary snack.
Yes! And what's going to be your sugary snack, Evelyn?
I don't know yet.
What? Oh my God. See, this is how we differ, people. I plan my food more than I plan anything else. What are you bringing for your sugary snack there, Miss Murphy? Oh my God. When in doubt, peanut butter M&Ms. You people, you're all gonna fail now because you won't have your peanut butter M&Ms. You are in all big trouble. You are in big trouble now. Nothing we've done matters now. You don't like peanut butter M&Ms, then you are fake news.
What about the peanut ones?
The what? Ew, those are so gross. So gross. You are so wrong. Are you a 90-year-old man?
That's so good.
3, 2, 1, and you also need to bring water. Those are the 6 things you need to have. Hence, a little sugary snack, healthy snack. You need the sugary snack to get you started on the essays. You need that sugar rush during your 10-minute break. You need the healthy snack so you can finish an hour and a half of essays, hour, whatever it is, because it could be different. All right, take out a notebook. Let's go. I want to cover your DBQs real quick. Huh? Yes, pass your do-nots to Garrett. For the last time. Oh, no, I want them to Ian, and I would like them in order. Thank you, Ian.
Damn. Oh, wait, I didn't.
These are your last grades for the entire year. Your grades close tomorrow the moment you walk in that exam. Today, yeah. What? This week? Not yet, but I can. Talk to me after. I'll let you take a photo of it. Yes, guys, after your exam, what you need to be doing, you should be crying.
Going home, taking a nap. That sounds like a good idea.
That sounds like a pretty bomb idea. 3, 2. Guys, after your exam, I would like you to come over and say hi and tell me that it's awesome and that you're so happy. And then I want you to get the hell off campus. I want you to go. You have plenty of options. I want you to go out to lunch. I want you to go to someone's house and go in the pool, hang out. I want you to go home and cry in your shower. I don't really care. I really don't want you here. Go home, take a nap. I don't care. I do not want you on campus. I want you to come, say hi, tell me that the exam went incredibly well, but then I want you to get the hell off of campus. Go live life and enjoy. Because you've worked so hard all year, you deserve to enjoy it. However, there's a couple people, I think I have 3 kids in AP World who are taking the afternoon exam.
Why? What is it?
Gross. What is the afternoon? I didn't even know. What is it?
AP stuff.
Oh, AP Stat, yeah, gross. Yeah, I have 3. Yeah, that's awful. So, but I do not want you on campus. So as soon as you are done, come say hi and then leave. All right, so your DBQ. You're going to get your LEQ and your DBQ at the same time. Post break. Okay? You will have roughly an hour and 30 minutes. Now, it could be more, it could be less. If it's less, is that a good sign or a bad sign? It's a good sign. It means it's easier. They don't think you're going to need as much time. If it's more, is that good or bad? It's going to be a harder prompt, but we've worked harder than the average person. Remember, you don't have to beat the smartest kid in the world, because you're competing against kids around the world, by the way. Yeah, the whole world. There's people all around the world taking this exam tomorrow.
Yeah, no, the APR history ones were so funny.
Well, you were on Twitter last night doing it?
No, for APR history, there's always a hashtag about the exams and it's like making fun of the exams.
Yeah.
It's so funny. That's like the only good part of like the podcast.
3, 2, 1. So, what you do need to know, that if it's a harder, if it's longer than an hour and 30 minutes, that means we're in better shape because we know more than the average person and we can throw down more information. So it's going to be easier to score more points because we're better than the average kid. Okay? And that's what it's about. When it's an easier prompts, that means you really have to show what you know in order to gain those points. Does that make sense? You have to have plenty of evidence, really great connections. So it does make it a little harder to score when it's an easier prompt. However, easier prompt, you get more excited about writing it than a harder prompt. So there's pros and cons to everything. So don't freak out. There's pros and cons to everything, whatever it is. Now, as soon as you open up your packet, as soon as they say begin, you're going to read your DBQ prompt. You're going to flip through the documents. You're not reading the documents you're looking at. Is it a ton of pictures? Are there long documents? Are they short documents? Do they look friendly? Do they look mean? You're just going to flip through really quickly. You're going to get to your LEQs. Once you get to your LEQs, you're going to read both prompts, and you're immediately going to make the choice. You're going to scratch one off, and that one's dead to you for the rest of your life. Okay? Then at that moment, you're going to decide right then and there, what am I going to do first? Am I going to do the DBQ or am I going to do the LEQ? You should do the LEQ first if you're like, this was written for me today. Like you are just so excited about it, then you write that LEQ. If you do the LEQ first, how much time do you give yourself? 20 minutes, and that's it. You write on your little sheet your start time and your end time, and you hold yourself to it. The LEQ is going to be your less, let me try this again. Your LEQ has less percentage points than both the SAQs and the DBQs. If you want a 5 and a 4, you have to write the LEQ, but you get more points from the SAQs and from the DBQ. Do you see that? So you cannot spend an hour writing a beautiful LEQ because the points aren't there and it's not worth it. That's test strategy. Give yourself 20 minutes. If you really know that prompt, 20 minutes should be more than enough time because you're excited about it. If you do not know the LEQ or the DBQ and you're kind of like, what the hell is this? Which one do you write first? DBQ. The DBQ is giving you answers. You just have to accept them. Reading through the documents to jog up some memories of other content, outside evidence, all these wonderful things. That is what you need. If you're freaking out, always go straight to the DBQ. If you read the LEQs and you're like, man, go straight to the DBQ. The DBQ may actually, wiggle loose some information for your LEQ. Do not freak out. The most important thing that you do tomorrow is not freak out. You've already done this exam twice. This is your third time's the charm, isn't it? Okay, you already know. So, if you don't know the LEQ, you go straight to the DBQ. If you're really excited about the DBQ, you should write the DBQ first. Now, if you're going to write it, if you decide to write the DBQ, you need to write down your end time with 20 minutes to go. If you're not excited about the LEQ, 20 minutes will get you enough that you have something down, that you're scoring some points. It may not be beautiful. Does that make sense? So no matter what, your LEQ, if you're super excited about it, you got to cap yourself at 20 points. If you have no idea, you got to give yourself 20 minutes. Is that fair? Okay. Then your DBQ, you should be spending about an hour on with the planning and then going through and doing that. So how should you set up your DBQ? The first thing you do is you restate the prompt. Then you introduce the 3 groups. And you introduce your contextualization. This looks exactly like what format? LEQ. It's the same damn thing. LEQ and DBQ are the only 2 thesis-based essays you have to write. The SAQs are simply restate the prompt, answer the question, provide your evidence. Thesis-based, this is what it looks like. Okay? No docs mentioned. Do not write any documents here. Do not write them here. Do not write them here. It's so damn annoying. So, your first paragraph of your essay is your thesis. Your thesis is this. Restating the prompt, introduce your 3 groups, and provide your contextualization. There's absolutely no docs here. Okay? Paragraph 2 is when you restate the prompt, and introduce the group you're speaking of. Group number 1. Okay? And list the docs. This is where you list it. At the end of your first sentence, I think it makes the most sense. You've restated the prompt, you've explained what the group is all about, and then at the very end you have parentheses doc 4, 5, 27, who knows, okay? Then you're going to address every doc in the group. Okay? You're going to analyze, not. Oh, it's cute pie. He had a doctor's appointment this morning.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he would be so weirded out.
I saw him.
No. He was on campus yesterday. Some of you even saw him.
I saw him, and I texted him.
That's not creepy at all. Thank you for that inclusion.
No.
Thank God. It's so annoying.
No, I didn't. I saw Gigi talking.
He's really nice. Address every doc in the group. Analysis, not summary. Absolutely no what?
Some.
No. You're going to have some. Absolutely no what? Quotes. You shouldn't be asking questions either, though. Absolutely no quotes. Huh? Yes, people quote the documents. You're literally wasting your time. Yeah, I think that, yeah, you're not in English, people. You're in history. We don't quote docs.
Summary, because I never know if I'm doing this. If you like read the document and take like a sentence and kind of just like.
That's summary. That's literally the definition of summary.
Can you do that as long as you're still?
No, no. You can do a little bit. You're just not scoring points.
So how do you not summarize the thing?
I would say the point of this document is to show the struggle between this and this. The point of the document is, yeah. That's not good, man. We've been working 35 weeks on that. Okay.
So I did last time.
Okay, you need to have one point of view for one document. Okay? You need to address the author's goal. Why would the author write this piece? And you also need to include outside evidence. I would always end on outside evidence. Tying it to a different region is always the best type of outside evidence. Outside evidence, connect it. So annoying.
Outside evidence for every single document.
No, for the group.
So,
One for the group.
I love it when they say your evidence in the documents. That's like the thing.
That's not. Then you can't use it. Connect it to another region. I'm trying to, but it's kind of freaking out. It's also ready for you people to be done. So, girl, yeah, I am so excited. Thank you, MP. Outside evidence is connected to another region or time period is the ideal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are trying to go for a 5 tomorrow, and there's a bunch of you in this room that are flirting with it, if you are going for it, your outside evidence needs to be on point. This is where you distinguish yourself from the force. If you are able to make a connection, so on our last DBQ, we did women and communism, correct? If you can make a connection between women and communism, the struggles women in communism are having with the women in capitalist countries, that's beautiful outside evidence. That's beautiful outside evidence, citing United States women's struggle for equality, talking about that. That is a great way to cite and show that you know what you're talking about. That is, outside evidence is how you get your 5s. So if you're going for a 5, your outside evidence needs to be really strong and needs to be with connecting to another region or another time period. It's supposed to be another time period, not region. Okay? And that's really what it comes from. Obviously, paragraph number 3 is going to be this all over again. It's just a different group. And then paragraph number 4 is this again, obviously with a different group. 3 groups, 3 paragraphs going through, and that's it.
Someone told me I don't do this, but like you can do 2 groups. Is that
So when you do two groups, you're really, really depending on having two amazing groups that better cover everything, and it's really hard to kind of break it up into. I say 3 because you're cutting a 3-pronged attack that I think you're going to cover the documents better, and you also don't have such long paragraphs, you're going to lose documents. Miss Edit, you're fine with that.
Next Thursday.
See you home
So,
Who was that?
I think that's
Alright, so when you're going through, yes, I wouldn't do 2. I think it just really minimizes your ability to argue, and it minimizes your ability because you have to be really perfect on everything. And let's be honest, no one's perfect. You've seen my DBQs. There are some summary in my DBQs, correct? Because I need to summarize a little bit in order to make my big point, which is going to score me the points. Does that make sense? So when you have 2 groups, it kind of makes it a little bit tricky, I believe, which is why I don't teach you that. What do you got?
If there's a DBQ asking for the effects of something else, and there's obviously 2 groups of positive and negative.
They'll never want you. Never. No. They'll never have positive, negative. Never, ever. Never, ever. Never, never, ever. If it's glaringly positive, negative, it's not what they want. Because remember, we did Roman and Han interpretations of technology. The Romans were positive. The Romans were negative. The Hans were positive. That would not score that well on a DBQ. You had to say that the Roman government was super supportive of technology. Roman culture was not supportive of technology, while Qin government and Han government and Han culture were super supportive of it. You can use it, but you have to be more sophisticated. It's like positive, negative, woo! Like that. Come on. We're better than that. And that's why I would not score well. But looking at it in spice forms, social, political, that would score well. Do you see the difference between what you said to what I said? Okay. So, how are we feeling? Yeah, I mean, I'm done. We're doing boards. Here we go. Take them out. Ladies and gentlemen, give me all 11 Chinese dynasties for the last time. The last time! Thank you, MK. I was going to go grab lunch. Now I can't. All 11 dynasties. Obviously, you're breaking them up by periods. Duh. Alright, period 1 is what, Greta? Period 2 is what, Miss Murphy? Okay.
Sorry.
Period 3 is what, Julia?
Sweet Tang Song, y'all.
Period 4 is what, Garrett?
Ming and Chang.
Ming and Shang. On your whiteboard, please tell me all 6 periods with dates, please. Last time. Well, do you have some witty comment you would like to make to the group?
That's in my group.
I know, it would be surprising if you did say something witty. You're right, I agree. All right, here we go. Period 1. What is it, Georgia? There you go. Period 2 is what, Sophie? Period 3 is what, Timmy? Period 4 is what, Henry?
14, 15, 17.
Period 5 is what, Trey?
17, 19.
There you go. And Gabby, what is period 6? There you go. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what was your favorite historical event that I taught you this year? Don't look like you've never heard anything that you actually enjoyed. That hurts my feelings. I see you back there, Kiara. I like the revolutions too. Good. Nothing I taught you enjoyed?
There's just so much.
Nothing I taught you. There's so much.
There's so many answers.
There. Well, I asked them what was their favorite thing. All right, opium war. I haven't seen that today. I like opium war. All right, irrigation. Oh my God! Last class I had the Aztec death slide, so that was pretty exciting. Yeah. No, that's amazing. Hold that neck back, gut them, and then let them slide down their own blood. That's amazing. Huh?
They tear their heart out.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, they cut out their heart. It's pretty awesome.
Is that Dylan? That's
Yeah, was that Marianne?
No, it was Ryan.
That's awesome.
Alright, on your whiteboard, tell me what are you struggling the most with? Like what event can you just not get in your head? Investiture contest was one of those things for me. Took a long time.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I remember the ones I don't know.
Pope names? That's not good, there's a lot of them. You don't know the investiture contest either? Alright, we'll help you out. Do not erase your boards though. I want to go through them and check them out. Alright, who can tell me what the investiture contest is? Will.
Is it when the Pope got like excommunicated?
No, you can't exclude your Pope.
No, it was okay. No, I got it. It's
Actually, that's not true. There's been popes who excommunicate other popes, but it's fine. Camden, help them out.
It was like Henry IV.
Yes!
And
Whoa.
Pope Gregory II.
Seven.
Seven,
But nice.
seven. And it was like having like spies in court and stuff.
Yeah, because the Pope wanted, the investiture is when the Pope gets to pick who your officials are. So the Pope can spy on the kings. What happens? Matthew.
Doesn't he come back begging for like his support, like after he comes in and the Pope like comes back to officials like the monarch like he back in power.
Yes, and how does it all end? Does the Pope gain power or lose power? Loses power. It's the first time the Pope's authority is challenged, and it's the first time kings are starting to assert their right to challenge the authority. So it's a very big deal. What do you got? It's period 3. No, it's 4. It's 4. It's 4. It's 4. It's 4. It's 4. Periodization. That's why you should be looking at it tonight.
What are the problems? Gregory II and
7.
And Henry IV.
No, it's not the same thing.
Wait, was it after they split or no?
Yeah,
Who
it's
wanted the spies and who didn't want the spies?
Investitures. Alright. I see the Persian general. Why do we not like the Persians?
I don't get it.
Are you talking about like period 2 Persia?
Yeah.
Period 2 Persia, they're just pissing off the Greeks and the Romans.
Okay.
Yeah. They get defeated by the Greeks. The Persians.
Yeah, I know that. It's just anything before that, just anything we learned.
Yeah,
from
they're
it, I
just
don't
pissing
get.
them off.
Okay.
They fight with both the Greeks and the Persians. Remember, the Greeks and the Romans never fight each other, but the Greeks and the Persians, the Romans and the Persians are fighting. But
Difference between like what's so important about the Gupta and Maurya?
okay, the only thing we care about the Gupta is monsoon winds. The Mayoran are going to have the first person who gives religious freedom, and that's going to be a shogun.
Once again.
Yeah. All right.
Oh wait.
Yeah, religious freedom is the first one to do it. Huh? What did you say, Abby? He did turn Buddhist and said you could practice whatever religion you wanted. What do you got?
Are we gonna even know like all like the like
How much time do I have?
Islam like how the like
3,
yeah.
2, 1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, period 1 is all about state building, right? We're creating governments, we're creating all of these basic foundations of society, correct? Period 2 is all about the beginning of trade, inter-regional trade. Intra and inter. What is intra-regional? Within the region. So when we are talking about Mesopotamia trading with, on your whiteboard, if I'm talking about trade with Mesopotamia to Egypt, is that inter-regional or intra-regional? Answer is what, Catherine? Intra. Because Egypt is part of the Middle East. Your regions, ladies and gentlemen, you need to know your regions. Should I show you some regions?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So it's within like the region, not like the empire, like the country or whatever. It's like within the region.
Okay, let's look. Okay, on your whiteboard. See how prepared I am? On your whiteboard, please tell me what is number 4. What region is number 4? Good. What is it? No, not Pacific. What is it, Sydney? Southeast Asia. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is number 7. What? Moana. Have you seen Moana?
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, they sail. Greta. East Asia. Okay, on your whiteboard, please tell me what is number 2. Henry. Oceania. Okay. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is number 10. South Asia. Good. Okay. You do need to know your regions for tomorrow. So if they ask you a question about what is a continuity for South Asia, and you start talking about East Asia, you're screwed. 0 points. Not happening. You have to make sure you're speaking of your regions. Yes.
Will they do that like with Africa? They're like just Africa.
They could. They could. I don't think they would. No, I think it's kind of dirty. It's kind of dirty. What do you got? But they will do it for East Asia, South Asia, stuff like that. That's huge. Okay. So, now, tonight, you should be pretty low-key. Okay, 2 hours, nothing more than that. You do need to get to bed early. I am incredibly proud of how far we've come. My anxiety is not based on you. My anxiety is coming from making sure I did my part to make sure you're prepared for tomorrow. I'm not worried about you. I think every single one of you are absolutely going to pass tomorrow as long as you show up with a clear head. If you get yourself all crazy, completely crazed, you're not going to do well. You're not. We've been working for 35 weeks. This is not a last-ditch effort to pass this exam. Can we agree? You had a quiz day 1. You showed up day 1. You got a packet. We worked, had a quiz the next day. Do you remember that?
Wait, what quiz was it?
Vocab. Yeah, we did a map and we did vocab quiz.
Yeah. Went like extra fast just to show some fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now look how fast you can do it.
We're all like, what?
Yeah, we're still. I literally remember going home with my mom and I was like, I'm gonna jump.
3, 2. You had a test on day 7 of school. Period 1 and 2, we did on day 7. Okay? With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have been pushing our way through. We have been moving content like crazy. With that being said, we are absolutely ready for this test tomorrow. If I had an extra day, I have no idea what the hell I would do. Maybe I'd show you Moana. Mike was very concerned about our Oceania. You know, that's a good video to show, I guess. So, however, I will tell you, you are ready for tomorrow. You are absolutely, I'm so proud of how you've come. The people you were when you showed up 35 weeks ago were awful, terrible. Now, I actually genuinely like you. Some of you. Just kidding. Just kidding. With that being said, you are absolutely ready for tomorrow, and I am so proud of how hard you worked. I have little tokens for you for tomorrow, so please come and see me. You need to be in this room at 7:15. You should be studying tonight. You should not be freaking out no more than 2 hours. Study something that makes you happy. If you like doing the test, do the test. If you like looking at the packets, do the packets. You need to get to bed early. You're not going to sleep that well because you're a little anxious and you're excited and a little scared, and that's normal. But you need to try to get to bed early. You need to eat a real breakfast in the morning. And you can make your own damn breakfasts. Do not go home and demand your parents to make one for you in the morning. Huh? Ask nicely. Maybe that'll work. Your mother seems very kind. So maybe that would work on yours. Would not work on mine. Would not work on mine. Any last minute questions, concerns, comments?
What do you think is like the biggest thing you should study like tonight? Like out of like prompts, like whatever you think they're gonna be, what do you think you should study?
I'm thinking you're gonna have a good amount of essays on period 5. Industrialization, imperialism, spheres of influence, revolutions are all kicking in there. That's a good thing.
It's about revolution.
What do you got?
Like the beginning of
What do you got?
Who comes first? Nice alternate or maybe my
Umayyad.
Latin America is like Central America. Latin America versus what? South America is the whole continent. Latin America is usually just the top. Good luck! It's it, friends! We're done! Not you.
Yeah.
The last three had no numbers, but everything else.
Thank you. Yes, we're
I
done.
need to take my week 28 test, and my next class is like, so I can like, can I just say here?
Who's your teacher?
Well, I'm like a TA for Mikey.
For who? Oh, will you care?
No.
Saw Jahan on the wall.
I need
Then
to take
absolutely.
a picture of was that lost?
Perfect.
So I said, yeah.